absolute beautiful day here.
We're around 8. Got 3 weeks. Get done here. Let's start today, making sure we do what we got to do. All right, buddy. Have a good night out there. Keep it tight down these corners. You'll be fine.
Green flag is in the air. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
But man, Toaster is putting up quite the battle out here.
Still down there. Gonna do you like that. You remember it's still down there.
And you can just see how well
All clear up.
Toaster gets up into Jose just a little bit. They hang on to it, J-Mac. These guys are very, very strong tonight.
Right there, and then when I was looking back earlier, I was trying to figure out if
Gotta be clean.
that's supposed to
Doha
be.
gets wrecked. That is going to make him lose the lead, I do believe, as this is the final lap. Jose is your new leader here.
Everybody work both lanes here. They're pulling you real hard here.
We have the 34 going in the middle. We have the 41 on the low side.
Take advantage of this as quickly as possible.
Got no one with him at the moment. Absolutely incredible. Dohar's got a nose out, and he's got some draft help. Garbage takes the stage win. Dohar in second. Clearly you can see Sterlu right now coming up on, whoa!
Yay!
Sterlu, I would have just saw my life flash before my eyes. That was extremely close as we had a car headed into pit road. We have contact. Rocky Top barely misses.
Big wreck in your mirror.
There is a wreck in the back. That might bring out the caution.
One's coming to your bumpers.
Oh wow, that is. Oh no, that's 4 wide now.
That was 4 wide.
This is just insane. This finish, trying to push up in between the 14. They're 4 wide per second. They're wrecking. They're about to wipe out.
Oh, look at this. We have Dohar. These guys are almost 5 wide. We have
You
the
made it
Bolt
up to
hanging
4.
on to it.
Still there? Stay with it. Wreck him if you have to.
Oh, huge pile up. We have, man, cars just spinning. We have the 24 Jose. He is involved. Everyone has completely lost their minds as I'm hearing over the radio.
The only way we're gonna make any progress here is if we work together. Nobody's wanting to work together.
Incredible right there. Your braking point or your let-off point. You're going to have what's happened here in Dohar. Huge accident.
Well, that should do it. It's jump. I'm shattering the rears everywhere, all the way around the corner. Jimmy, green white checker finish here. Give those belts stuck. You're ready to go.
We're going to see if he crosses the line out here in one piece.
Checkered flag in the air.
Yeah! Hey, you get a plus. Hell yeah, boys!
Man, you did a heck of a job in there. I couldn't be more proud of what you did this weekend.
Good job. All night, man.
You never know what you're going to get here. This shows it once again. All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 4 of AKA's winter season here at Chicagoland Speedway. I have to say, we have an exciting night tonight, a ton going on, but I have to bring out our special guests, who I am so very honored to have here. The one, the only, NASCAR's Michael Leavine from Leavine Family Racing, and also Dano and Red, who are all in the booth with us tonight to hang out for a great cause. Welcome to the booth, guys. What's up?
Hey, thanks for having us. This is pretty cool, pretty awesome little production y'all got going here. We're excited. So we're looking forward to a fun night.
Absolutely.
No, we can't thank you enough for having us. This is gonna
Thank
be a
you
lot
so
of
much.
fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming out. It's really cool to have you guys here.
Yeah, we were pumped to be a part of this broadcast and have you guys help us out and try to get a $5,000 goal. We're stoked and we're ready to see some good racing.
I think we can do it. We got to do it tonight. I got to ask, though, for these guys who do not know, there's been so much talk about it, but can you tell us a little about the cause and what we can do to support it?
Yeah, so the cause it's a charity called ExtraLife for Kids. It is a charity made by gamers for gamers that raises money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals around the country. All 100% of your donation goes straight to Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So what you donate literally goes towards saving kids' lives. You know, for me, this has been a kind of a passion project of mine. A Children's Miracle Network hospital in my hometown of Tyler, Texas, actually was able to save my niece When she was born premature, and so they were able to do a lot to help her, and now she is a ridiculously smart 10-year-old, all thanks to their help. And then, on the flip side, my wife, her best friend growing up had cystic fibrosis and went in and out of that same hospital.
Oh, wow.
And they managed to help her get to 24 years old, which is way longer than the doctors originally told her parents she would live. So, and it's all thanks to hospitals like that Children's Miracle Network supports. So it's a really important cause to me, and Dano and Red have come on board and with the Roundabout crew and have really helped, and so we'll let Red tell us kind of why he does this.
Yeah, I do it because I do it for my hometown in Indianapolis. I've had family members going in and out of the hospital in Indy for Riley Hospital, and recently just had one that went through there that came out premature for a really, really long time and was able to receive some help and had some medical issues and all that stuff. So for me to be able to give back to people in Indiana where I come from and hospitals that help my family get bigger and be healthy, it's always nice to give back for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, both of the guys have alluded to this already, but it does go to the Children's Miracle Network. But something I've always loved about it is that it does directly go to, you can choose a local affiliate of the Children's Miracle Network. Michael in Texas, Red in Indy, and then myself, I grew up about an hour outside of Philadelphia, so I was able to choose the Philadelphia Children's Hospital. And even though I'm living in North Carolina now, it's still nice to try to give back home and do everything we can.
Yeah, that is absolutely amazing what they do. And how long have you guys been doing this for?
So this is our 4th year.
Yeah.
We started 4 years ago. It was just the three of us and my best friend from Texas. We sat down. It was like middle of November, and we said, hey, you know what we should do? We should, I had seen another company in Texas called Rooster Teeth Productions do a 24-hour, and I was like, man, we should do that. So we got set up as a team. We tried to go 24 hours. Dano and Red didn't make it the first year. Austin and I were the only ones to stay.
Oh, wow.
Awake the full 20 bigger, and I've built stream equipment just specifically to be able to do these 24-hour streams for ExtraLife. So it's growing pretty quick. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, that is absolutely amazing. And, for everyone that is watching, I so very appreciate you guys being here. And hopefully you can donate, even the tiniest amount just helps so much. So just thank you so much for tuning in. It's great to have Michael Leavine here from Leavine Family Racing and Dano and Red. It really is amazing to have him out here, and it's such for such a great cause. So you really can't go wrong with it. I gotta ask, there is incentives, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So the incentives we've got, if you go on the page, $10 or any donation of $10 or more gets you a handmade by myself, Kenda and Dano, a handmade Christmas ornament. We will get those in the mail ASAP as soon as you get us your address. So the best way to do it when you do that one, or even the $100 one, is make your donation. Make sure you put your shipping address there so that we can get that to you. At $100 or more, we send you a stainless steel cup that has our logos on it. This is our first year doing incentives, so we're still learning a lot from it. But hopefully y'all can at least get $10 and love to see some hundreds out there. We'd love to make more cups to send out. So again, though, make sure when you do, you get us that shipping address so we can get it to you as soon as we can.
Absolutely. You heard it, guys. So if you can donate, like he said, every little bit helps. If you do $10, you will get a roundabout ornament, which is so cool that it's handmade. How cool is that? And if you do $100, you will get a cup, which is absolutely amazing. So here we go. But before we get to the racing, we have a driver interview tonight for the driver spotlight. You guys know how it goes. We talk about the guys a little bit to get to know them just a little bit better. So tonight we have Tom Flitty in the booth. driving that number 8 car. What's up, Tom Tom? How are you tonight?
Good, guys. Excited about tonight. You know, we got a good cause going on here, just trying to make the best of it.
Absolutely. I've seen such a huge improvement from you as a driver. So to see you this season, and you're also in my league for SMB. So it's so cool to see how much you've grown, and you got a fast car out there every single week. So I got to ask, how long have you been racing, and what ignites your love for it?
Honestly, I've probably been racing ever since I could walk, like, on my own 2 feet, you know what I mean? Just racing is, you know, it's so competitive, and I'm a really competitive person, and it's a lot of fun, so.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm the same way. It's been since forever that I've known it. It'll always be in my blood as a racer, so I'm right there with you. All right, Tom Tom, more serious question. Who do you feel is your biggest competition on track?
Definitely the 2 guys ahead of me in points, you know, Element and Moordog. They're always up there every single race. And then you can't forget about, like, the people a little bit further back in points, like Garbage. String's right there, too. He's always up there. So there's quite a few guys out there that can get it done for sure.
That's awesome. All right, Chicago Speedway, it is a draft-driven track compared to Iowa of last week. So how does your strategy change and compare to what your strategy was last week?
I mean, there is the draft, so that can help, you know, kind of maneuvering through cars a little bit quicker. But, you know, it's the same for the most part. You want to try to stay up front, you know, get as many stage points as you can. And then try to minimize mistakes, like you don't want to speed getting on pit road, you know, things of that nature.
Absolutely. All right, and you and I talked about this a little bit before the race tonight, but what races have you been to in real life?
So I've been a huge fan of NASCAR since pretty much the end of 2006, but I've never been to a NASCAR race.
This is
so
crazy.
We're hoping to get it. I know, it's ridiculous. It's been too long, but we're hoping to get it done here in the 2020 season, and there's a lot of good tracks out there in the Chase, a lot of short tracks that have moved to the Chase, so hopefully it'd be one of those ones.
Absolutely. You know, you were talking about a couple of tracks. I think you said Bristol was one of them that you would like to go to, maybe? Am I right on that one?
Yeah, something like Bristol or Richmond, Martinsville, somewhere in there. You know, those.
That'd be really
those
cool.
are always very exciting.
Absolutely. All right. Well, you guys heard it from Tom Tom Flitty out here. I wish you a ton of luck in that number 8 car. Hopefully, we'll see you up in the podium tonight for an interview after. But thank you so much for joining us in the booth.
For sure, guys. Hopefully, you can get some good entertainment and definitely enjoy the show.
All right. You guys heard it there. We have Kay Leavine. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Says, totally painted, decaled, and sealed by us. I mean, that's just absolutely amazing. So you guys see the little link there coming up. Donate here at extra-life.org/team. It just deleted for me, but Team Roundabout. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. We'll get a confirmation on that. I'll put a link in there.
Yeah, so it's extra-life.org/team/roundabout.
There we go.
And what you'll do is you'll click on the roster and choose one of us from the list and donate towards one of our guys, and it all goes towards the team. So yeah, thank you for giving that out.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. And you guys should definitely follow Roundabout Pro on Twitch. They do a lot of streaming, a lot of game playing, so be sure to give them a follow out there. They are a lot of cool guys playing out there, a lot of fun, so be sure to catch it. But there's still one person that is always with me, and I still haven't brought him in yet. J-Mac, what is up, man?
Oh, not much, Frozen. Just a nice, lazy Sunday afternoon, and we're about to start getting a little fireworks going with some pretty good racing.
I know. Chicago, it's always crazy, and you know how AKA goes. They're pretty tame for stage 1 and 2, and then towards the end of 2 and stage 3, you know, they're out. the horns are out, and you're going to see a lot of action, a lot of slide jobs, and you name it. So I'm excited to see what we can do out here, but we got to keep talking about this roundabout production for ExtraLife. If you can donate, be sure to donate because it's for a great cause. But J-Mac, for Chicago, what do you think we can expect for AKA out here?
Well, this is a flat open, wide open track. Really, lots of banking. Not too difficult to get around. There's going to be a lot of drafting. This is going to be a real exciting race. These guys are going to be on top of each other the entire time. They're going to have to take care of each other, but they're also going to have to race each other hard to maximize those points. So this is going to be a very, very interesting race. Usually, like you said, the first and second stages, very, very tame. I don't know if we'll get that this time. It's going to be so easy to lose a lot of track position as close as these guys are going to be. I think the aggression's going to be up pretty quickly.
I think you're right. And these, we have Michael Leavine and Dano and Red in the booth. You guys are so familiar with all of these. What do you guys think about Chicago? What can we expect?
Chicago's one of my favorite tracks. It's old, worn out. You slide around all over the place. There's not a ton of grip. Tires burn up. Man, it's just one of my favorites, and a pretty cool city to boot. So,
absolutely.
No, it's always one of my favorites.
Yeah, I agree. I like the fact that the driver has to drive the racetrack. It reminds me of an Atlanta or something like that, where you have the tires wear and a driver has to go out there and perform with his tires wearing out, car going from tight to loose or loose to tight during the run. It's always fun to watch that.
I hear you on that.
And by the way, Frozen,
yes,
we do have a donation already from a Johnny Rocket.
Oh, nice.
Thank you very much, man, for the donation.
Yes, thank you so much, Johnny Rocket. You're amazing. We appreciate the support in this, and hopefully we can get him rolling in here. We got Bumper Hunter up in the chat here. We have quite a few people in here, so welcome, guys. If you are just tuning in, we're doing a stream for ExtraLife. It's for a great cause for children who it goes towards the hospitals, and they can give the children the help that they need in whatever recovery or whatever it is that they are needing, that they're there for. It really helps them out. So any little bit helps. There are cool incentives, so be sure to check it out. I'll put the link in the chat once again, and you can check it out, see what they do, and hopefully you can help donate. But I got to talk about tonight. We have Chicagoland, of course. You're looking at lap times anywhere from 29 to 30 seconds. A fuel run, they can get around 20 laps in a fuel run. We're here for 134 laps. Stage 1, you're looking at about 39 laps. Stage 2 is 37, and the final is going to be 56. So it's going to be pretty crazy. Like we talked about, stage 1 and 2 should be pretty tame. Stage 3 is going to be pretty wild, but these guys are in qualifying already. So once they are out, we'll get in the lobby and we'll get this thing going. But yeah, I'm excited. Have you guys been able to play NASCAR at all? I know, Michael Leavine, you have. I've seen you on the road course, so.
I have, yeah. So I've been blessed enough to be able to actually help the 704 team a little bit. They brought me in pretty late in the cycle of 4, but I've been able to help them. We've been trying to work on getting, the big project they brought me in on 4 was the tire wear, which still isn't really where we want it to be, but it's way better than it was. So
absolutely,
I've actually played a good chunk of it, just doing a lot of testing and trying to help them make the game better. And I think we got a lot more cool stuff coming in the next couple games. So.
It was such a huge jump from NASCAR Heat 3 to Heat 4. I mean, such huge improvements. And I know J-Mac, for those people that usually tune in, J-Mac is one of the esports driver for Season 1. And he can tell you a little bit about the improvements also. What have been some of your favorite improvements in the game, J-Mac?
I mean, just the tire wear. The fact that we don't go out there now for an entire run running the exact same speeds, and we fall off maybe like 2/10 over a lap, over a run, even at a place like in Atlanta, where you're like, as I said earlier, you start sliding around and you have to start figuring out how to keep your car under you. In this game, you actually lose your car, and you have to figure out how to manage, a little loose in, a little tight to the center, and then sliding loose off. You have to kind of figure out how to make that work and still keep up that lap time. So that's my favorite addition, my favorite change that they have made to this game.
Absolutely. That's one of mine too. I mean, they've made such huge improvements for the sound, for, the quality and the graphics, and also just all around the racing in general, the tire wear and everything else. So it's really cool, and it forces you to really concentrate on making a good long run setup. You can't just go out there and have something super fast, because it'll chew up your tires and you're not gonna last. So it really does challenge all of these drivers and see what they can bring to the track, not only in their tune, but also as a driver, which is super cool. And it's cool that Michael has had a chance to be able to put his input in there, because obviously he is on a NASCAR racing team, and who else better to help with that than, guys like that. So very cool.
Yeah, and it's been a lot of fun. I've been a gamer since I was really young. I used to, in high school, stay up and play Halo till all kind of hours in the morning with some of my best friends. So I've been a gamer for a long time. So actually the chance to go in and help influence how a game is made has really been pretty awesome, because not a lot of people get that opportunity. And when I started going to college, I started to go in for game development, and then I started racing and getting into racing, and so I switched over to business so I could just get out of there as fast as I could.
Yeah.
And get back to get to North Carolina. But I do have to let y'all in on something we do on our channel quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So we have fines, right? Especially if you mess up something on the production side, we get fines, and we put that money in a bucket, and that money then at the end of the year gets donated to ExtraLife. And we actually have our first 2 fines of 2020. Dano has a production fine because he took us all offline for about 30 seconds, and Red has a production fine for not silencing his phone. So our first 2 fines, like I said, that's something fun we do on our end, and all the money ends up going to the kids anyway. But first 2 fines of the year.
That's pretty awesome. Make something semi-bad, I guess you could say, into something really cool. So very cool. Dano, Red, how long have you guys been playing?
I definitely played some NASCAR Heat 2, and 3, and 4 now. I got a copy of Heat 4 not too long after it came out. Obviously haven't been as in-depth with it as Michael was, but it was still much more, I consider myself a casual gamer, right? The pickup and playability of Heat 4 was definitely a huge step above what I felt any other of the installments of the game has been.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it back a little bit here. I started racing back when I was younger. My favorite one of all the racing games so far was NASCAR 98. I loved that game back when I was younger, so I went way back with it.
Way back.
That was my favorite one for sure.
That is old, because I got into it. Well, so I started playing on the Sierra when it was made by Sierra for the PC, and then fell off for a while, and I really got back into it with 03. So you've really got me with 98.
98 is my favorite. The Heat games, probably two is when I really played the most of the Heat ones. 3 and 4, I've kind of fell off. I've got a really busy schedule with going to school and all that, so I haven't really got to touch 3 and 4 a lot, and my gaming's kind of fell off with it as well. So
I did love NASCAR 06, where you could just switch from car to car, because it would be a favorite pastime of mine.
That was the Total Team Control, wasn't it? That was a great one too. I had that one.
I used to go out there. I used to race in Junior. You'd have Truex and Waltrip as a teammate, and you could just wad the field with Waltrip, and then switch back to Junior and be like, "Yeah, I won it. There we go."
Okay,
so we do have 2 more donations that came in.
Nice.
Thank you to the Thiergartner family and My Ranger 520. Thank you both for the donations. You guys are awesome, and every dollar y'all donate is going to help kids. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Still reaching for that $5,000 goal. Every dollar's getting us closer and closer. And it's all because of the fans and everybody who joins us to make us get to that $5,000 goal. So thank you so much to everyone who donates to help us.
You guys said it right there. It's absolutely amazing that everyone can come together. I mean, you know, racing is such a competitive sport, but to see everyone come together and go for a great cause, and all these leagues, I see so many different leagues out there. We have Dirty D's, we have Rangers, we have Boynana, Farrah Fawcett. We have everyone out there, and so many different competitive leagues are coming together for such a great cause. You have to love it. So I'm hearing that qualifying is over. We should be going to the race quite shortly. So it looks like they are getting ready, and we should receive an invite soon. So if you guys, I'll let you guys know when I get an invite. If you do not get it, let me know and I will get you in there. But we're coming down to race time here. 134 laps. This should be very exciting. Stage 3 is going to be what you guys need to watch out for. Stage 1 and 2, we're going to see a lot of passing. It's not going to get too crazy. I feel like we're going to see a couple of cautions in Stage 3, so stay tuned, guys. All right, J-Mac, which I know you agree, Stage 3 is going to be pretty crazy, but who do you think has the best chance of winning tonight so far that we've seen this season?
Well, one driver who has been really good at these big mile-and-a-half tracks, these fast places, is Tom Flitty. That dude is really good at this type of track. He's really good at this type of racing. He was just a couple of spots short last week at Kansas. He's one of the guys I have my eye on. We have Moordog in the field tonight. He's a pro league driver. He's going to be a man to be reckoned with, as long as his controller doesn't die on him. The field is deep. You have Garbage out there. You also have Element Zero, Big John. Those are the 5, and I know I'm hedging all sorts of bets there by picking like 5 drivers instead of 1. But if you're gonna force me, if you're gonna twist my arm and make me pick one, I think I'm gonna go with Tom.
So that certainly sounds like cheating to me with how many you picked.
Yeah. I mean, I don't play fair. I mean, you know.
I'm going to send you guys invites. They are out, and we are getting ready to go live here at Chicagoland Speedway, getting ready to go green. It's going to be so exciting. We have a couple of people say, why don't you race iRacing? I've been on there. It's actually a lot of fun, but man, I'll tell you what, I've been just racing on Xbox for so long, I just got drawn back to it. I don't know what to tell you. Are you guys able to get in here?
Yeah, we're still working on it. There might be another fine coming for Dano soon.
I know that you do have to press the 3-line bar if you didn't know that to get in there, but we are off in green. Tom Flitty, speaking of which, he's on pole, guys, and he has a strong start. We have Moordog. He started on the outside, but snuck in behind Tom for second. These guys looking pretty strong. I was watching them out in practice. J-Max said it. We have so many fast drivers. Tom is one of them. He's our pole sitter. We have Moordog. We have Element. We have Garbage. So many fast names out there. It's going to be a great race. Let me know when you guys get in. I can't wait to have you guys get in here.
Dano's having technical difficulties, and for some reason, he's the one who ended up being able to run everything.
Oh, really?
So,
do you know how to spectate? Press
we are getting now.
All right, cool. All right, guys, you see it right here. We have
and that's another
2
dollar
wide for the lead. We have the 5-car Moordog going underneath the 8 of Tom Flitty. These guys are super close. He does not have the momentum. Tom is safe and sound so far, but that is a long line on that low side. Moordog is trying all he can to gain that back.
1 and 2, a large sweeping corner. You can hang pretty tough there on the outside. Tom Flitty able to do that, able to get a little bit of an advantage there going into 3. But Moordog fighting back here on the inside, coming out of 4. And it's a drag race. These guys running a high-speed pace lap right now, 2x2 at the front.
We have that 19 giving Tom a nice push out there. That 47 right behind. We have a 2-file line so far. A little bit of contact between the 5 and the 8. But no harm done so far. Looking pretty good. I hope you guys can see this action right now.
This is some stellar racing so far.
35 to go at the line for stage 1, and these guys are running so clean. I see a little bit of dirt flying in the background so far, but everyone looks okay. I don't think a caution's going to come out for that one, but right now we got the 5 of Mordog. He is your new leader, and he's got a hungry crowd behind him. They are just waiting to make another move out here.
Yeah, a lot of traffic
Hey,
up
well-
front. All of them trying to get some clean air.
Absolutely. We're on board with the 19 of AKA TAC 24. He is about 5th in line. He's on the high side next to the 2 car. These guys looking pretty good so far, but man, oh man, it is crowded out there. He's directly behind Garbage. A little bit of contact, but they're still hanging on to it. J-Mac, who do you have your eyes on?
Just this entire front of the field right now. We have Big John. He was working the bottom. Now he's working his way up to the high line trying to get something going, but he doesn't have a lot of help. He doesn't have a lot of draft help. He's had to sneak into line there behind, well, that's Garbage, into 4th place. And right now, these are 4 drivers that you can see pull away from the field. We have that 2 car in the middle. We have Element Zero in the 38 right behind them. That 2 car being Ramsett. This is a group that could pull away if they weren't racing up the front, which is exactly what they have chosen to do here.
Yeah, you know, we usually see this about the first 4 or 5 cars. They break away and they get into that pack and they go single file to try to make sure that they put that padding against them in the second group. But right now, they're staying pretty well together since they are all racing each other. I gotta ask you guys, Michael Leavine and Dano and Red, do you think you could be out here with these 30 drivers?
You give me enough time, enough practice, I think I probably could, but right now, no. I mean, this is just a different level of racing, and I would have to be on a wheel for sure. I cannot hold a car that steady with just a controller.
It's tough on a controller, yeah.
If the flagman needs a workout to wave the yellow flag and green flag a lot, that'd be a perfect person to be in there because I would crash a lot.
I think you got it. I got faith in you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Glad somebody has faith in it.
You guys. All right,
Meanwhile, look at...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I was going to say, look at Tom Tom pull away from this group here. They're racing side by side. He's able to get a little bit of clean air, pull away, but now, well, that's Garbage just squirted out of the field. It looks like he might be able to draft his way down. Now we have Element Zero on the bottom, and yes, I did cheat at the beginning with my picks, but if he can complete this pass on Ramsett, that'll be the top 5.
Yeah, the top 5
yeah,
are
once that
looking
8 car
really
got
good.
some clean air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once that 8 car got some clean air, he just took off.
They're starting to catch him, though. You know, you have Garbage behind him in second, and they realize they cannot let him get away like that. So they started lining up instead of fighting each other for position. Now they are really starting to catch him, and they are all the way back up to his bumper, with Wow putting the pressure on Tom Tom. We have Mordog, who fell to 4th through all that action, but these guys are trying to go single file, and this is where we can really see a breakaway between the top guys if they can hang on together. And already it's starting. Here we go.
And this is where you see a lot of guys are able to they're really good at making hot lap setups. They're really good at making setups that'll last 5 or 6 laps. But now we're getting into that portion with this accelerated wear that they run in this league. They're getting to that point where the tires are starting to fall off. Now it comes into who built a good, and as we say that, we saw Mordog get a little loose out of the corner and smack the wall. He was able to get back in line, not lose too much momentum, but still a pretty significant contact to that outside wall for him. But we're starting to see the field straighten out a little bit. We saw the 2 of Ramsett. He was running in 5th. He started to fall back a little bit. This is going to be that point to use an adage that's used on TV a lot. There's going to be a lot of comers and goers here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and as flat as this place is, getting off the corner is going to be important. If you start seeing a car stepping out a lot, they're going to burn up that right rear pretty quick. You're also just not going to get a run down the straightaways like you need. So it's going to be really important to get off the corner cleanly without, stepping out or getting in the wall.
Yeah, I feel like a track like Chicago, you really need to have that long run set up. Make sure that you are going for stability. You have to keep your lines clean, make sure that everything is done with a purpose. If you're getting sloppy out there, you're getting too loose, it's only going to hurt you and you're going to keep falling back. We're headed to 25 to go, though. These guys can go 20 laps in a fuel run. It's going to vary for some of these guys. Some of these guys may not be able to make it on tires. We're going to find out how the strategy for a fuel run comes out. But right now, they're all still hanging out together and in a single file line.
Yeah, that 6 car's trying something a little different.
Yeah, you know what? Garbage, he is not one to hang around, though. I have a feeling we're going to see a move from him shortly, but right now he seems pretty content to hang back there behind TomTom, but that's not going to last for long.
Yeah, well, that's Garbage, well known in the community, is probably one of the best, just pure wheelmen when it comes to this game. He does not really do the sit around and wait thing. He will try to take this lead once he feels like he needs to take it.
Absolutely. All right, Michael, we gotta say it again. For those who are just tuning in for Extra Life, can you tell us a little bit about it and how they can donate?
Yeah, so again, Extra Life is a charity made by gamers for gamers to raise money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So make sure you go to extra-life.org/team/roundabout, and the link's there in the chat. And just to give us a little donation, 100% of your donation goes straight to Children's Miracle Network hospitals, which means it's going straight to helping kids. That is all they do. They don't do any sort of awareness other than just people who play games. So make sure you donate. It's all going to a great place. We all have stories. I think pretty much everybody has a story about how someone they knew or a family member or something was helped by Children's Miracle Network Hospital. So it's all going to a great place. Make sure you go donate. There are incentives. If you donate $10, you get an ornament. If you donate $100, you get a cup. Just make sure you get us the shipping address. They're all handmade by us. The cup's not handmade. We bought the cup, but then we put the decals on it and everything. So we didn't hand make the cup, but we did hand make the ornaments. So yeah, donate. We'd love to get some help from the community. We're trying to get to $5,000 raised this year, and we are just over $4,100.
Absolutely amazing. And you guys heard it right there. Be sure to donate. And while we were talking about that, we have a new leader out here as Garbage went in for his first pit stop. Big John is the leader as Element. As soon as I say that, he is diving underneath, goes in for the lead, and off he goes. A nice little slide job there. A little bit, got him a little loose, but they held on to it. Absolutely crazy, but a lot of takers for pit road right now.
Garbage there started a trend there. Everybody's starting to come down pit road and get tires. Looks like they're starting to realize how important those are going to be.
Yeah, I'm wondering how many people are going to stay out so long. Looks like Big John is giving the signal that he might be going in next for pit road. We're going to find out. But Element as our new leader, the number 38. Yeah, here they go. The leaders are now coming in. You see a lot of takers. We got about 5 guys, 6, 7 guys coming in. So here we go. We're gonna take our camera back out to Garbage and see where he is on track, who the new leader is. He's coming up on a car as we speak. From what I'm hearing, we have Jeff P. Tetro, who is the leader in the number 88 as the pit cycle is coming through here. You see Mordog, he was one of the leaders. He's coming back on track. We're going to see how he settles out, but man, oh man, you see TomTom back there, so these guys are starting to line up once again.
Really rough pit road exit for Mordog there. He actually came in right behind the 8, had a really good pit stop and exited pit road right behind him, but lost a lot of ground through 1 and 2 and onto the backstretch.
Absolutely.
And this is a tough apron. This is a tough apron because it's almost off camber. So even in real life, that's a tough apron through 1 and 2 to have to run to get back up to speed to blend in the backstretch.
It is, you know, it gets your car extremely loose, so that's something that you have to be very cautious about. J-Mac, remind me, wasn't that at Atlanta where so many drivers were having such a hard time getting back onto the track? I believe we saw a couple of guys wreck out. Yeah, yeah.
Atlanta, everybody was having issues trying to get off of pit road. It was wild how I mean, there were great drivers. I think Dohar had issues there. I think Garbage had some issues. There were a lot of drivers that have a lot of talent and usually have a good head on their shoulders that were losing it. So pit road exit can be really, really hairy, especially on cold tires.
Absolutely, and it's something that can make or break your race here, because if you're wrecking out on the apron before you even get to the track, guess what? You just lost several positions there. So it's something that you really need to practice and make sure that the game is on for race day, because it's something that can really devastate your race there, along with pit entry. If you're speeding, it could be a huge issue. We've seen lots of guys lose races over that. So you have to make sure. Garbage after the pit cycle, he is the new leader once again. We have TomTom directly behind him, a 3-car pack that are driving away from the rest of the field. You see Moordog back there. We're going to find out if they can catch up.
Yeah, it looks like that decision to pit early there for Garbage is starting to pay off here in stage 1.
Absolutely.
All I know is we need to get Bronco in that 95, getting that car up to the front. Come on, man. Get a roll on.
He's another newer driver for AKA, but he is steady out there and trying to make his name known out here. So he's doing a great job so far. We just got to get him up further up the field here. But man, Garbage is looking very, very strong. But we have that 38 who went in. He did. He lost the lead. We have the 38 of Element who went in, I believe, a lap or two later than Garbage. So he's got those fresher tires. And look at the run that he has. Garbage is really going to have to work with TomTom in order to catch up to him. But TomTom's like, no way. I'm going for the second right here. And he's diving in underneath.
And that's the fun little quirk about accelerated wear races, is that you can actually gain a little more over the course of a run by staying out an extra lap or two. You have significantly, for what it's worth, better tires throughout the entirety of a run. So you take that little bit of a loss. It's a big one, but if you can maintain, as the 38 of Element Zero was able to do there, you can actually have a pretty sizable advantage over everyone else in the field. And he has that over that 8 and that 6 car.
Yeah.
Well, it's all going to be about taking care of your tires on these high degradation kind of tracks. The more you can take care of your tires and keep life in them, the longer you're going to be able to go without losing tremendous time to the guys who pit. So, being able to take care of your tires, that's going to be very important at a track like this.
In Element, he is in SMB's league. He's on my team, and I can tell you this guy does a fantastic job at saving his tires, and he is a great tuner. He knows exactly what to do for what. And as you can see right here, I mean, he's got the setup and he can make it last longer, which he knows. A 1 lap is a 1 lap advantage. You're going to have that much faster lap times than the guy behind you. So he knows what he's doing. We're hit 10 to go for the stage, so we're coming down to the wire here. And Element, he had the lead in points. He has since lost it simply because of stages. So if he can get this stage and win that, that's going to pad his points and hopefully get him back up to the lead, as he is 5 below our leader of Moordog.
Speaking of Moordog, he is way behind this group right now in 5th place, still within position to gain some points and to keep racing here beyond in the next stages. But he needs to find a little bit of something. He can tell he's missing it right now as far back as he is, but a lot of that could be lost through the pit cycle. Again, he had a horrible exit, as has been noted. That's really, really tough pit road exit, but he'll get back up there.
Absolutely. Keys Boy, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. And he's asking, how many laps is the race? It is 134 laps. It's a 50% race, 3 times wear, and damage is on. So when these guys make contact, if it's hard enough, it will damage their car, slow them down. Same if they hit the wall here, as we see Element get a little loose. He almost made contact with the wall, but he seems to be going Tom. That allowed him to catch up to him, though, so he's going to have to really watch that as these guys are really gaining on him.
Yeah, I think the 38 might have seen an opportunity to pull away while he had that advantage. Might have burned his stuff up a little bit, just like they alluded to earlier. It's just like we alerted. You got to take care of your tires here, and just he might not have done that. Might have burned it up trying to get a little bit of a lead, try to get a little bit of an advantage, and now that 8 and that 6 are breathing down his neck.
All right, Michael, Dano Red, I'm putting you on the spot. You've seen most of stage 1. Who do you think is going to win the race?
You know, I think Garbage is the one. I think he's taking care of his stuff a little bit right now, letting these guys kind of burn up their stuff ahead of him, getting the draft off of them. I think he's going to pull a move here at the end and get out to the front.
I like Tom. I think that 8 car really got a lot of speed in it, showed his aggressiveness at the start of the race, getting up towards the front, then again passing Garbage there to get second back, now taking the lead is Tom. I think Tom's got a fast car today.
I'm going to give that 38 car a little bit of credit. He's been leading laps and nobody picked him, so I'll put it on the 38 car. I don't know his name, but 38 car.
Everyone is spread out. We have 1 vote for each car, so you guys heard it here. And you can't go wrong with any of those votes. They're all amazing drivers, and they have a ton of speed. So we're going to find out, but we're coming down to the final few laps. Tom is in the lead with the 38, looking like he really wants to take that over. He knows he needs the points, along with Tom. I mean, he's up there in the top 5 for points, so anything he can get is going to help. But I want to put out the link there for ExtraLife once again. If you guys are just tuning in, Mike, if you want to take it over, or one of you guys talk a little bit about it and how they can donate.
Yeah, so you can donate by going to extra-life.org/team/roundabout. What it is ExtraLife is a charity that is made by gamers for gamers. It's all about bringing the gaming community together to heal kids. So all your donations, they go 100% of them go straight to Children's Miracle Network hospitals around the country, and so every dollar you donate is literally going to help a kid somewhere. So we please encourage you to donate. Wow, and well, there goes my pick. Come on, man, get on the wheel. But no, so we encourage everybody to donate and help us heal kids. We are still a little over $800 away from hitting our $5,000 yearly goal.
We're getting there, guys, and it's all thanks to you. So any little bit that you can help donate would be absolutely amazing, and it's for such a great cause. There is incentives. We'll bring them out, but man, oh man, what a great save. I gotta say for Garbage. He spun out and kept going. So final lap right here. So we're gonna find out if Element can hold off Tom for the win here for stage 1. They're coming up on traffic, but we'll see what happens here.
I think that traffic's far enough ahead, it's not going to be a factor, I don't believe. Maybe, possibly, probably.
We're going to find out. They should be okay, but looks like Element is going to take stage 1. So great job to him. We have Tom in second. Let's find out who took over third. Do you know who that was?
That would be Big John in third.
All right, Big John coming out there in third. But as I was saying before, there is nice incentives to this. So if you donate $10 minimum, you get a handmade 2019 roundabout ornament. If you do a minimum of $100, you get a 2019 roundabout cup. Completely awesome, and I mean that alone is definitely worth it, if you know, along with helping the children, of course. So very cool out here, and I'm so excited to have you guys in the booth. I know it's been such a week of, you know, waiting for this to happen, so it's cool to have you guys out here.
Yeah, we've been looking forward to it all week. It's been a lot of fun so far, so looking forward to some really good racing. I mean, this has been pretty awesome so far.
Yeah, they've kept it so clean. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I texted him this morning saying, hey, what time do I need to be there? I'm ready to go. I've been thinking about it, excited, and ready to watch some good racing, and it hasn't disappointed, I can tell you that.
These guys, they do a lot of practicing together, and each one of them has so much talent. So, I'm glad they're putting on a great show each and every week. They've had some crazy finishes. I'm talking 4 to 5 wide finishes. So, these are the guys that can get it done. It's been crazy.
And that was not a lie. The Auto Club finish was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
Moordog hanging it high up around the wall, 5 wide to take the win somehow. That was absolutely insane finish. But, Big John into the wall, a little tight, coming off of turn 4 there, and he's going to lose a lot of ground. And he's going to put it in the wall and going into 1.
Oh, geez. I wonder if something happened to his car, not handling the way he is expecting it to. But yeah, not a good turnout for a stage 2 start here for him. But the top 3 drivers, top 4 I should say, are back at it again. We have Moordog in 4th. You can see him back there. Garbage in 3rd, TomTom in 2nd, and Element. He's out there leading right now.
Giving up that bottom. I don't know if that's by design or maybe he got a little tight going into 1, but he's giving up that bottom. Maybe he's trying something. I've seen him do that a lot in practice races for our league and in other races, just messing around, going up high, trying to see how it works, trying to figure it out. I don't know if early in stage 2, while the entire field is directly behind you, is the time to do that, but that might be what he's doing here.
It's very possible. And we have someone in the booth that is actually going to school for broadcasting, I believe. So if you want to call some of this, you got to bring it in here.
I'm sorry, I missed what you were saying there.
Yeah, that's going to be another fine for Red.
I was asking Dano.
He's over here eating Cheetos.
I was asking Dano a question. Yeah, I was asking Dano a question about how he set up when we were doing the esports heat league for racing. I was asking what his setup was. Did he set it up the same way we have it here? We got a really cool setup. We got the stream on one television and then the audience on another one. It's really, really cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So I apologize on the missed question. What was that?
I was saying, we know that you're going to school for this and for broadcasting, so if you want to call some of this, get in on the action.
Yeah, I might be able to jump in there and do a few laps. I don't want to step over top of you guys or anything, but yeah, I would not mind.
Absolutely. We'll let you take it away. We'll start the next couple of laps, and we'll let him take it away and start announcing this. All right, we got...
I apologize for saying he was a professional.
Well, we don't have any room to speak, so that's why we weren't saying
Hey,
I was trying to let the air go for him.
He's a professional as long as you keep the bag of Cheetos away from him. Once he gets into the Cheetos, he gets a little distracted.
Cheetos are
Gets distracted,
addicting,
and I
though.
did there. They are very addicting. If they got a good battle coming on up front now, Garbage now, catching back up to TomTom. You could throw a blanket over the top 8 or so cars as everybody's caught back up, coming out of 4 now.
See, I'm not the only one that uses that. Everyone always makes fun of me because I always say you can cover him with a blanket.
Oh, you can. There's about 10 of them right there, all covered up. Good battle up front. Nobody's broke away here early in stage number 2.
Ready for this? This is me broadcasting. Jimmy Red, I'm very impressed with the guys out front, the 48 and the 19 especially, who are able to really keep it wound up on the outside. They're making hay up there. I'm very impressed.
It's pretty good. I like it.
I know.
It is
Somebody should
good.
pay me to do this.
That sounds pretty good. That sounds really good. As it looks like we're going to have a lead change here. First time we're going to see this guy up front. You're the 5 car.
That is none other than Moordog, who is another esports driver. He is looking really good. Got that car back in action, and he is battling for the lead against TomTom right now. We're going to find out who's going to be able to take it with Moordog with a little bit of a nose out in front. TomTom completely by himself out there, 47. Yeah.
Getting old shot in the shorts there, pushing him forward. Nice shot there for the leader. We have a new leader here. Moordog out front.
New leader Moordog, and look who's coming up on the bottom. That is none other than Element. Getting a little help from the 47 and Tum Tum on the outside. Element is trying to make a move. Mordog saying, not so fast. Trying to make a little bit of block, but he can't make it happen.
Ooh.
47 pushes the 8 up the track, 3 wide. We have the 48 going to the front. He's on a run.
Yeah, that got dangerous there. Hairy there for a little bit. It looked like we're going to have a big one there right up front. And whew, good thing the drivers were able to contain themselves.
Look at this front pack, guys. This is insane. I mean, we've seen 3 wide a couple of times. We have a battle once again for the lead. We have Element on the bottom. We have Mordog on the top. These guys are just going at it. Mordog doesn't have the momentum or the help with the draft to make it. A little bit of contact between the 38 and the 5, but it is not stopping Element out there.
3 rows of 2x2 behind the leader. Trying to chase him down here. Leader unable to break away. A couple of the drivers trying to break the draft back into the pack.
You know, I'm curious if we're going to see these guys go into a single file line. Right now, I mean, we have a 3 wide battle. It looks like for 4th at the moment. So these guys are just getting crazy back there. And as we see this go on, you're going to see more of this. You're going to see 3 wide racing, possibly 4 wide. It's going to get pretty crazy, guys.
Yeah, it's getting crazy towards about 4th place on back. Ooh, top 3 breaking away. Now we have a battle for the lead yet again. Garbage trying to push him to the lead. Able to give him a shove to the lead.
He gives him a shove. Is it going to be enough? Element is out there by himself. We have Mordog who has help from Wow, That's Garbage. We have a couple of guys catching back up as they are trying to make their way back up to the front. Element, he's just got no help out there. We're going to see what happens here, though.
Yeah, making a good run here in stage number 2 for sure, as Garbage looks underneath now after shoving him to the lead to try to take the lead back from him after Garbage had a little bit of an incident there in stage 1.
If I'm not mistaken, J-Back, I think we should be coming up on pit road soon. I'm thinking it might be around that time.
These guys hit pit road pretty quickly, it felt like, that last stage, so it's got to be coming up here pretty soon. But we've lost a few of our players from that first stage. We've lost Big John, we've lost Tom Flitty. As things cycled out, the 19 of AKA Tack, he was running in the top 6. He was that 6th place car for most of that last run. He got the wall a little bit ago, and he's fallen out. And this front group is a little bit larger and got some new players in it.
It does, and look who... Go ahead.
And don't forget, Garbage is the one that started the front pack on pit road in stage 1. Let's see if he continues that trend here in stage 2.
Look who's out front, though. Garbage. We have Element all over his back bumper, putting the pressure on, trying to push him out. I saw these guys practicing earlier on. They were side by side for most of the practice out here, looking really, really good. And it is no different in this race. We have the 18 directly behind him. So these guys looking pretty good. The 18 is Diamond 20. These guys are very solid. Michael Leavine says, Red loves his Cheetos. You know, I'm a fan of them too, so I can't blame him.
Yeah, the baked ones are the best ones too. The baked ones are the best, for sure.
Those are pretty good.
He's got the Cheeto dust all over his controller now, too, so he's got a little dilemma.
Do you have the orange fingers? We have 18 on the pit road.
You gotta have the wet napkin.
Yeah, I got the orange fingers, orange hair, orange beard. All kind of just goes together now.
All right, Dano, do you have a
wet
copy?
napkin. This is the guy who's almost set his house on fire with a grilled cheese sandwich earlier.
Are you serious? Oh no.
Yeah, we had a slight issue with grilled cheese. I sprayed some Pam into the into the pan there, and smoke came up, set the smoke detector off.
Oh,
and then
no.
the phone rang, and I had to go get the phone, and then I burned my grilled cheese in the process because the alarm company was calling me, telling me they thought I had a fire, which wasn't a fire, it was just Pam being sprayed into a pan.
And that's
So as you can tell, we don't take a whole lot seriously around here.
Yeah. Cheetos and grilled cheese. It's a lot of cheese.
Yes, it is.
Did you ever get to eat a grilled cheese sandwich, though? I have to know.
Yes, I got to eat one. It was
Well, that's
tremendous.
That's awesome. All right, Dano, I gotta ask you, can you give us some details about ExtraLife for those that are just tuning in, or just so that we can hear it once again? What are they about, and how can we help?
Yeah, so ExtraLife is a charity that Michael Red and myself have been supporting for the last 4 years now. It's a charity based entirely for gamers, done by gamers, and all the money they raise goes toward the Children's Miracle Network. They have a feature where, as a whole, it will go to the. We got a spinner on pit road. I think it's
the 95.
Oh,
Go
no.
figure.
Oh, no.
The old 9-5er. Got a little loose getting on pit road there.
Loosey-goosey.
But you can actually select hospitals within the Children's Miracle Network that may be local to your hometown, where you live, whatever that may be. Michael's charity supports a local children's hospital in Texas, close to where he grew up. Jimmy Red has a hospital in Indiana that he's supporting in his hometown, and mine in Philadelphia, the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. So, great way to get involved, especially during this Christmas season. It's a fun time for everybody, but it's a fun time to receive, but it's a fun time to give back as well.
It's so true. You got such a great point. And we have Farrah Fawcett out there saying, Michael, how are the cats today?
Yeah, so for the people who watch us streams regularly, we usually get the cats on at some point. We actually set up for our 24-hour. We set up their cat tower right behind us, so they were always on stream when they were up there snoozing. So they're doing good. My wife just went to bed. I actually took over her account on Twitch, and they went to bed with her. They just are not interested in us tonight.
Yeah, not interested. She fed them, and they went right to bed. Right as she was going to bed, she fed the cats, and they said, "Oh, let's eat and go to bed with her."
They're fat and happy and in bed and ready to take a snooze.
Exactly.
Of course, they've snoozed all day.
I mean, they are cats. I'd be sleeping too. Same with dogs.
No,
Dogs are
it's
the same
the
way.
life, man.
It is.
It's the life. You eat, you sleep, you go to the litter box occasionally. And
then when your owner
just
comes home, you
great.
show them that you love them, make them feel good. What's wrong with that?
Am I
Looks
seeing
like we have a yellow
caution
flag out here.
We do have a caution out here. Our first caution of the night, and we were brewing up a great battle between Garbage, Tom Tom, More Dog, and that 48 out there. But we do have a caution. Looks like it was in...
strategy can be played right here.
Yeah, it's going to make things very, very interesting. I think from here on out, J-Mac, you've seen it along with me, that we're going to see a few cautions, especially when Stage 3 comes out. The aggressiveness comes out with these drivers. Everyone going for position, trying to get those points. We still have Stage 2 points up for grabs. So we're going to see a lot of battling out for that one. All right, we are...
We're set to go back green here.
We're getting to go back green, and we have the 18 in the lead. That is Diamond. Little strategy call on his part. So we're going to see what these guys do. Tom Tom directly behind the leader of Diamond. We have Garbage on the outside. More Dog, he is currently sitting in 4th. These guys doing a great job so far, but it's going to get super crazy.
It looks like Tom Tom is rebounding from that earlier contact. He's moved up to the lead. He's taken the lead here with Mordog in tow.
That is a huge
That 95
field.
is slicing and dicing back there. That looks great. Keep it up, bud. Way to go, Bronco.
Let's go back there. We got to take a look, see what's going on.
I mean, he is making things happen mid-pack.
Here we go. We're on board with AKA Bronco in that 95. I think this is a driver that is going to be really fun to watch because he's newer out here as we're actually 10 to go at the line. So, but he is newer out here, and I feel like he's one of those drivers that have greatly improved so far. And we're only on the 4th race of the season, so I'm excited to see what he can do out here. But he's making it through some nice traffic. 18. Let's take a look at him. We saw him up at the front, Diamond. He has since fallen back, and 95 is moving on up.
It's always a good
Got
day when you
shuffled
pass
out
the
there
18.
somehow.
It's getting real racy up front now. A couple drivers getting loose.
Sure is. We have a battle once again for the lead, and it is between TomTom and Elements. These guys side by side, and they have more dog right behind him. TomTom this time, he is on the outside.
Oh my
We have a
gosh.
huge
Wreck in the back.
wreck in the back. He goes straight to the wall. That's going to bring out the caution, I guarantee. And
AK
here,
attack in the 19 got into the wall and then turned into the field. Nothing he could have done, just lost it. But big wreck. Not sure what put him into the wall. Probably a little bit of contact there exiting too.
we're going to catch a replay on this. Very intense as we saw a car go straight into the wall there. That is going to bring out the second caution of the race. We'll see what these guys can do and how strategy plays out once they are on pit road. When they come out, we already had a strategy call by the Diamond. He made his way out there in that 18. Will we have any other takers?
If I'm one of the guys that's not in the top 5 right now, I'm coming in and getting tires.
Are you taking all 4? Because that's what I would be doing. Such an
I'm
advantage
taking
to
4,
have it.
especially
Yeah,
at a track like this.
absolutely.
Yeah, if I'm not in the top 5, I'm taking 4 tires. If I'm up front, I'm trying to get stage points and get myself set up for the last stage.
Trying to find our way back up front here. We have Element out in the front. He's got the 47 on the high side, the 48 directly behind him. You see that 9 car behind him. These guys are so close right now. We're under 10 to go, so it is really going to be a battle to see who can get those stage points. It is so important. I've seen so many guys win races, but did not get any stage points, so they're not even leading points here. So we're going to find out, but 4 to go at the line, so we're coming down to the wire here.
It's going to be fun to watch and see what TomTom can do here with 4 to go after deciding to pit. That would be back deep in the field.
Yeah, you see that 47 up high. He's looking pretty good. That is Big John. We're going to see if he can grab some stage points and hang on to it. But, man, the 48 is making his way up there along with, wow, that's garbage. These guys were almost 3 wide at the moment. A lot of guys going through the grass. Can they hang on to it? It's getting pretty sketchy back there.
Yeah, a lot of guys trying the rallycross line down the front stretch. That is not a good line to take for speed and traction, and they are falling back to the field.
47 makes a move, gets to the lead. Element dives down low. He's going to try to take it over, but 47 has got the momentum. We're going to see if he can hang on to it. He's losing that pretty quickly as he is driving up the track. Element takes over the lead once again. 2 to go at the line, guys. Who do you think is going to take it for this stage?
I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna go with my original pick. I'm gonna say Garbage is gonna get through. I think these two are gonna get tangled up front, and Garbage is gonna sneak through for the stage win.
I think that 47 is looking pretty racy right now. He's right there on the back bumper of the 38.
And speaking of racy, that 5 car, he restarted in the middle of the pack, and he has worked his way up to 4th on this restart. He is charging to the front right now.
He is a man on a mission.
J-Mac,
He
do you
just
want to
has
pick
so
any
much
other
speed.
winners, or are you just gonna pick one this time?
You know.
I mean, go ahead, hedge your bets, man. It works. For
I
you
mean, I
last
think
time.
I'm going with the 5 here. I'm picking the 5 because he has the best tires out of any of these guys.
And he's making that top roll right now.
Here we go. We're coming around the final corner here. Who is going to take it? Look how close
He's
this
gonna
is. A battle between the 5 and the
Oh,
38.
Might have gotten it.
That was so close. Who even took that? We're going to have to get confirmation on that.
That was a great finish.
Oh,
Absolutely.
he just drilled him. And we're wrecking after the caution.
AI takes over, and the AI can't even handle all that greatness right there. CGT 395
Not
says,
all over again.
he says, great racing. Let's see all these fans run that donation total up. I couldn't agree more. That's awesome. If you guys can donate, please do. I'm going to send that link out there. Michael, if you want to talk about that just a little bit for anyone new that is joining in.
Yeah, so you can go to extra-life.org/team/roundabout. Link is there in the chat. 100% of your donations are going straight to Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So please donate. It's all going to a good cause. It's to help these kids. Every single dollar you donate is literally going to help kids as we go back green here. So please, if you have a little money to spare, think about helping us out. We'd love to be able to get to our $5,000 goal for the year.
Absolutely, and they've already done a 24-hour stream and did absolutely amazing. There's only, I believe, $800 left of the $5,000 that you need to raise. So you guys are getting there quite quickly. It's actually very awesome to see that the community is coming together and helping you guys with that. So hopefully we can get you a little further along tonight. But we're here for this part of the race here, and Element is looking very strong with Garbage directly behind him. More Dog in third. Tom Tom back up, and he is currently in fourth.
Yeah, this has been a fantastic race for Element. Now he's eyeing the sweep. He's stuck on the outside, but we saw this at the beginning of the last stage. He went up there, went up top. I don't think this time was by choice, but he's had some experience up there with a whole line underneath him, and he was able to hold him off here. He was able to work his way back down into the line in third place, so not a huge loss for him. And he's shown he has a really, really good car on the short run, the middle run, and the long run, and that's going to be really, really tough to beat.
Yeah, getting single file up front. First time we've seen them get that way very quickly in any start.
It's so true. I'm wondering, and usually they do that sooner. I'm surprised. We talked about it earlier. These guys usually do try to do a breakaway for the front pack, and they're really starting to see that now. But that is a pretty big breakaway for these guys. It's usually around 4 to 5 cars max. But there's a lot of guys in this front pack.
You have to wonder when they get single file like this, if there's a little strategy in hand. Oh God, I gotta throw lozenges down my throat there for a second. Almost died. No big deal. That's all right. But sorry.
I think that's a fine for J-Mac. Production fine. That's $1.
Hey. Yep.
That's a new one.
I put it on my tab. But anyways, these guys getting straight like this, you have to wonder if maybe it works out where the next the pit cycles are just barely where you have to maybe 2-stop it versus 3-stopping it. These guys getting in line, maybe saving a little bit of fuel. But as I say that and almost choked myself, they got a little bit racy up here, and that might throw my theory out the window.
Well, yeah, we're just glad you made it through that. That sounded like a tough one.
I am too.
I can even hear it. Good grief, J-Mac. That's crazy. These guys, though, we've talked about it. 20 laps on fuel. We have 56 for this final stage, so you're going to see a couple of pit stops here for tonight. You can see all the tire marks in the grass. We've had a lot of guys take a little detour down there. I think we're going to see a few more take it for the final part of the race here, but we're on board with TAC 24 in that 19 car. You can just see how intense it can be here. Chicago is so fast, but it can really get slippery on you if you do not have a stable setup. You got to set it up for the long run, and some of these guys are seeming to struggle with that, but the front pack, they really got their tunes in.
Yeah, and we've got some great racing up front with the Garbage and these guys going 2x2 for the lead right now. I mean, they are stacked up front, and it is fantastic racing.
Yeah, that Garbage and Tom Tom and then the 5 car, I think those are your 3 class cars of the field right now. The 38's been up front most of the day, not really had to battle back into the pack and drive his way through. But both Garbage, Tom Tom, and that 5 car have had to drive through the field at least once today. And I think that these pit stops are going to be part of possibly making them have to get into traffic and have a different car than they've seen. So I think they're the class of the field so far.
Absolutely. These guys looking like they're trying to go 3 wide for the lead. We have Element, we have not More Dog, but Wow, that's Garbage, and we also have Tom Tom. These guys were 3 wide, now 2 wide between Tom Tom and Garbage. But man, oh man, these guys are super strong out here. We have that 48 in the mix. We have More Dog behind him, but this front pack is definitely breaking away. We have a car behind them on his own little island, and then another pack behind these guys. They're really starting to separate now, and as we were talking about, once we hit pit road, it's going to change things up even more. We're going to see even more of a separation. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it all turns out.
Yeah, even racing side by side up here at the front, these guys are turning an incredible pace that most of this field just can't keep up with. These front 7 cars are incredibly strong.
And very racy with a lot of racing left. All of them know how valuable it is to be up front early in the race, even though there is plenty of time.
Yeah, you know, it tells you how much qualifying matters. We have Tom, who got on the pole, and look who's out there out front. So it does matter. It's less traffic to go through, and when you have this many cars on track, it can really hold you back if you're not getting up there. As we're hitting almost 3 wide again for the lead. These guys are getting crazy, and as this stage goes on for the final part of the race, you're going to see a lot more of that.
They got 3 wide, and then they got very conservative to 38, trying to give a lot of room. He got the apron as the 6 was trying to back out of it and get back in line, and that almost caused a massive stack up.
40 to go at the stage. We have Mordog. We're on board with him right now in that 5 car. He is directly behind Garbage, and these guys are holding it so steady. I'm really impressed with these guys. You know, the draft can really kind of drag your car back and forth, left and right, and they're holding it out really well, which says how stable and what good cars that they have brought to the track tonight.
Yeah, this front pack almost looks more like plate racing than it does mile-and-a-half racing, as much as they're drafting and locked up inside of a tight pack.
You know, for some of these tracks, we actually joke around it's a smaller Talladega because it is so drafty, and you can really get 2 great stacked up lines going and be okay. We have the 48 getting a little loose there, making me nervous. Comes up super close to the 8. We have the yellow coming out, guys. That is going to be I believe our 3rd caution for the night. We're going to see what happens after this.
Very unfortunate because that was really fun to watch. That was some good racing up front.
We're going to see.
So you have to think all the competitors here are going to come to pit road.
I would think.
Oh,
I can't imagine anyone staying out. We're pretty far along in this run with 40 to go. And honestly, since most of them can get 20 laps on a run, I can't see anyone staying out. You know, there would be no reason for it.
Yeah, you can make it a 2-stop race from here. Get 4 tires now and 4 tires later and be done.
Absolutely. If you guys want that link again for ExtraLife, let me put that in the chat as we are getting ready to go back to green. We're starting off. We have Mordog on the outside, the 38 of Element. He is on the inside as we get ready to go back. But man, what a great race so far. These guys have really put on a show. So much talent out here in such a large field. It can really be challenging to do, but these guys are doing a great job.
They are.
Mordog got a little out of shape.
There was a mass exodus to the bottom line there. A lot of drivers were letting each other in, and that really, really stacked up that bottom line, and then they got into the corner and had to kind of get off of each other, and that stacked them up even more. And it's already going slower. It's a little bit unsteady through that corner, trying to go through these turns at a slower pace than normal when you're not on the edge of grip. And just that got really, really hairy, but they made through without too big of a wreck. But the 8 of TomTom got the worst end of that for sure.
Yeah, and we're coming to the point of the race where patience are growing thin. People are going to make more aggressive moves, but you really have to you really have to hang in there and bring the patience to the track because it's going to pay off in the end. You don't want to make any crazy moves and wreck yourself and wreck out somebody else. Like I said, damage is on. So if you hit somebody, if you hit the wall, if you wrecked, you're done. You got to go into pit, and it's really going to hold you up and take your chances away for a win.
Garbage now back up to second, pushed Mordog back out front. Those two have worked together real well today.
They really have, and they've raced a lot together in the esports series. They're both esports drivers. So the top 2 there are, in fact. So we have Element directly behind him, and he is a newer guy to AKA, and I think I just saw Garbage lag just a little bit. Hopefully that will be the last time we see that, but he does have some issues with that. That would be the first time I saw that tonight, luckily.
really thought that front group was going to pull away again, which would have been the worst thing that 8 car could have seen, but they were able to stay in line. That 18 was able to pull them back up to that 48 car, and now we have one really, really big pack. Now you got to get yourself situated in it, because as this race has gone, there has been a front group every time that's been able to pull away from that second group. Those first five, 6, 7 cars getting together are way, way, way too competitive to let get out of touch.
We have our pole sitter.
That 95
Tom
car
Tom
Bronco
Flitty.
really starting to roll in too.
We need to visit him, but Tom Tom Flitty out here, 3 wide to gain position, and he was our pole sitter. He's trying to make his way out to the front once again, and he's had a fight there several times. Let's go take a look at the 95. That's one thing I wish. I wish we could just pick who we want to go to, but I have to go through like 30 drivers just to get there. Let's take a look at the 95. We're on board with Bronco. He's in a little bit of traffic. He's got Expert Toaster in front of him. He's got the 2 car on the low side, but these guys are looking pretty steady out here with 18 right underneath him. Let's see if we can get him up through the field. Come on, Bronco, you got it.
Looks like he's doing good so far. It was interesting while you were flipping through cameras there. It looked like somebody was spinning on pit road. We couldn't tell who it was, but
I think I caught the 11
somebody
car
appeared
there.
to be backwards.
Yeah, it looked like the 11 car there. But I guess he got it turned back around and everything's good. But yeah, the 11 looked like he got a little bit out of shape.
That would be 11 of Osprey. We're going to see if he comes back out on track. He's been fast at quite a few tracks. I feel like tonight he is missing the speed that he needs. But he was looking pretty good in practice earlier. But just hasn't had the car that he needs to get up here tonight.
Garbage still showing a lot of speed.
Yeah, that is
we have
one
a
guy
3-car
where he
breakaway at
brings
the
it.
front. The second group of cars, the 5 of Mordog, really surprising to see them fall off here. The 8 and the 19 of the 8 of Tom Tom and the 19 of AKA Tack had were kind of cycled that into no man's land there as that front group had pulled away. But somehow, some way, that front 3 had managed to even tear that first group in half. So now it's going to be everybody against that front 3, which have been pretty much the dominant cars all race long.
Absolutely.
Yeah, once Mordog got shoved out of that second line or the bottom line and had to get put into the top line when Garbage got underneath him, it really shoved him back into the pack, and he's been unable to get back up there to that lead group, and he's fell back now to the 48 car and just losing more ground to the leaders.
Yeah, definitely a 3-car breakaway as we see the 11 car go back onto pit road. He obviously had some damage there, some damage on the hood of his car. But these top 3 guys are really trying to break away as we have the second pack getting a little squirrely back there, but they managed to hang on to it.
Yeah, 48 got into the fence a little bit and then got a little bump from behind and almost lost it.
I think this 8-car thinks he's the fastest car in this group, and he's the best chance to pull these guys up to that front group. And honestly, he might be right, as he's circled to the front of this. That 8 and that 5, that would be a really, really potent combination to draft with each other to catch this lead group.
We have the 38 and the 6 of Garbage. These guys are going side by side for the lead. Once again, these guys have been battling it out all night. The 38 has a little bit of a nose out, even though the 6 has some draft. We're going to see if he can hang on to it, but man, oh man, what a great race up front.
And if you're Mordog and Tom Tom, that's what you want to see right now. You want to see the leaders up front battling so you guys can hook up as a 2-car tandem and drive right back up there to them.
Yeah, those guys really need to stay in a single file line. They're starting to get there and doing a great job. They have to do that in order to catch up to these front guys. They just have so much speed up there. So they really need to get their stuff together in a line and get it up there.
411 car, he's had a lot of TV time recently, not for good reasons. He's about to get lapped again by this front group. He's going to get high, get out of the way, and let these guys go, it looks like, as he's running up around that high line through the front straight. But just a terrible, terrible set of events here for that car and driver during this third stage.
We're coming to the final parts of the race, guys, and I love that we've had a couple of donations come in. Let's see if we can get any more. We're coming down to the final parts of the race, so let's bring them in. I'm going to put in the stream, the link is there, but I'll put it in once again. Guys, if you can tell us a little bit about ExtraLife, what it is, and how we can help.
Yeah, so again, ExtraLife is a charity that supports Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So we really ask that y'all donate. 100% of your donation goes straight to CMN hospitals, which means that every dollar you donate goes straight to a kid. We're supporting 3 different hospitals. I'm supporting one in my hometown of Tyler, Texas. Red supporting his CMN hospital in Indianapolis, and Dano supporting his there in Philly. So we ask that you donate. Every dollar helps. We are still about 874, if I do my math correctly, $874 short of our $5,000 goal for the year. But more important than us hitting some arbitrary goal is just any dollars that we can get go and help these kids. There are thousands and thousands of kids out there who need our help. So please consider donating. It's all going to a good cause. They've raised, as a whole, ExtraLife has raised over $13 million this year.
Oh wow!
And so it's we're just trying to do our little part.
Absolutely, and if you guys can help, that is amazing. Can they donate if they can't do it tonight? Can they donate tomorrow or the next day? Is that still possible to go to that link and still donate?
Yeah, so you can go to that link and donate all the way up till midnight, December 31st.
Awesome.
So if you can't do it tonight, you can do it tomorrow. If you need to get through Christmas, it can be after Christmas. And then, they're all the way up to the 31st. They are down for about a week normally as they cycle everything on their website over to 2020, and then we'll have a account set back up pretty much as soon as they open up 2020 registration. So just some stats in case y'all didn't know. Children's Miracle Network hospitals every day treat 16,000 kids with trauma, 935 kids for diabetes, 2,218 kids for cancer,
wow.
925 babies in the NICU, and 2,329 kids for surgeries. That's every single day. And so that's where everything we can raise makes a huge difference. And it looks like we've got a caution, Frozen.
I think you're right. We have a caution, but that is absolutely amazing with how many children they can help. And I'll tell you what, guys, it's been amazing to have all you guys out here. If you can donate, let's get them in. We've had several so far, so let's get more in as we are headed to yet another caution. And I'm telling you what, this is going to be crazy because I believe the pit cycle would be happening quite soon. So we're going to find out. I think all these guys are going to go in. That honestly is going to take away from a little bit of the strategy coming down to the final few laps here. So we're going to find out what happens, but I'm thinking everyone's going to take full tires.
Yeah, everyone would be. Hey, sometimes the best strategy is sometimes the best strategy is just a straight shootout at the end.
It's true. It's true.
Can take 4 tires now if you get a caution with about 5 or 10 to go. Maybe come in and just do 2.
Yeah. That honestly has, I've tried that before, and I feel like the wear on this, it's 3 times. We're going to see if that actually happens, but I'm curious if it would work for these guys because tire wear is such a huge deal on here now. You really, sometimes, unless you are needing to make up a lot of positions, it's best to take 4.
Moordog up front, trying to make his car 2 lanes wide.
He is out there out front, and while we were hearing about ExtraLife, we had Garbage who was battling with Element. Element got into the wall a little bit after a nudge from Garbage. He was able to catch back up, and the caution came out, but man, it was pretty intense out there as we have Tom Tom, who we saw in traffic before. He's made his way out to the front once again.
Ooh.
Looks like TomTom has recalculated to the lead.
Ah.
You see that?
That's a good one, I gotta say.
That's a good one. Yeah. I'm jealous. I didn't think of it.
We're coming up on 12 to go, so there is not much left. And I do bring in the top 3 guys into the booth, so I'm going to put you guys on the spot. If you want to give them an after-race interview, you are more than welcome to. If you do not, you do not have to. But yeah, it is open. There's a guy for each one of you if you want to do it.
Hey, I'm all about it. I think we'll all hang around and do that.
All right, awesome. We'll get the top 3 guys in here after the race, and we'll let Michael Leavine, Red, and Dano give them their after-race interviews. It'll be pretty cool. Clean race so far, and a lot of action as we have TomTom, our pole sitter, once again out to the front. And remind me, who did you guys think was going to win? I believe they're all out front here.
Yeah, I'm still going with my original pick. That number 6 car of Wow, that's garbage. Guy's been up front all day, and that's an important part of winning a race, is knowing how your car is up front and getting that time up, competing with the best guys.
Yeah, I'm sticking with TomTom. Out front right now, had to drive through the field a couple times. As you heard from Dano just mentioned, he has recalculated to the front. Hopefully that's where he stays. I'm going to stick with my pick early in the race.
I'm sticking with Element as well. He's looked good. He's been in the hunt the entire race, and I feel good about where he's at right now.
You guys heard it from them. All right, chat. Who do you have winning tonight? You've seen it. These top 3 guys, they are just on a roll, the cream of the crop. They are at the top, and I'm curious who is going to win it. They have kind of separated. Now that they're starting to battle back and forth, we have the traffic catching them, but we're coming up 8 to go. So it's coming down to the final few laps here.
Yeah, I think one advantage the 8 might have over the 38 and the 6 is that he has overcome a lot of adversity during this race. He's been mired in the pack a couple of times. He's lost ground a couple of times and has managed to keep fighting, keep digging, and get back to the front. And he has the short run speed to do it. He's lost a little bit of ground here. I don't know if he's as good as that 6 or I think the 38 might be your best long run car here right now. But we have a caution here, and that throws out anything I was about to say.
I told you guys, I warned you. Stage 1 and 2, pretty tame, but stage 3, that's where we're going to see the cautions. And you see it here. Dinger says picking garbage for the night.
Come into play.
Absolutely. This is where it's going to get very tricky. Things are going to start to get separated as far as where their positions are. And this might make or break someone's race right here.
Yeah, 2 tires, 4 tires, no tires could change your night.
It's such a close call. J-Mac, I got to ask, what would you do? If you were TomTom, what are you doing?
I want 4 tires here. I think you need a lot of people to do it with you if you're going to get away with 2 tires. With the accelerated wear, the way this game works, some of these guys stayed out here, took 2 tires, maybe. So some of these drivers took some strategy, but I think it's not going to take long for Tom to get through these guys and take the lead back.
Yeah, we have Ramsett out in the
Starting
lead
6th,
currently.
he's got a great shot at it.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, if we have people like Ramsett and the 88 car, we're going to see if they took tires, what did they do? They're really going to have the guys behind them start to take them down one by one.
And a lot of these cars we haven't seen. We haven't seen a lot of these cars all raced along. I just
4 wide.
4 wide. Good Lord.
Absolutely crazy. We had Moordog in the mix right there. 3 wide up to the front. These guys are just getting absolutely wild now. A guy into the wall.
And unfortunately, TomTom got stuck, but Element and Garbage made a fantastic move on the bottom to get out there, and Element actually giving the 88 a bit of a shove there. But man, just a phenomenal move on the bottom to work their way back up to the front.
3 wide for the lead. Element trying to make it. Oh, Element flying through the grass. Garbage. He makes it through safely. Element comes flying back on track. Huge pile up, guys. Huge pile up. That's going to bring out
and
yet
it looked like the
another
only one to
caution.
survive it is garbage out of all the big names?
We are now in overtime.
Looks like Tom Tom was in it. Looks like everybody that was up front running for the race when right before that last caution is involved in this big one here.
Yeah, that changes things quite a bit. You have those guys, it really can stack things up. If, the guys that make it out front from a strategy, they may not have taken any tires, may have taken only 2. But you have those guys that took 4, they're going to run them down quickly. And you have Garbage, who is making it 3 wide. Element trying to make it 4 wide for the lead. It just didn't work out. There's not enough room here to do that. And here we go. We have yet another caution. We're in overtime.
And that's what makes different tire strategies exciting, because you see guys up front on 0 tires or 2 tires, and you can see the speed difference between those guys and the guys who took 4, and that's what makes this dicey.
Absolutely. Tom Tom fell back way in the field there. He's got a lot of work to do if he's going to win this race. Element, same with him. So Garbage, he is out in the lead here with Moordog right behind. Already 3 wide. It looks like they're trying to go 4 wide back there. Man, this is getting nutty.
Remember, Moordog was the driver at Auto Club with that last lap just bonsai move around the top to take the lead and to win that race at the line. Here he is in second, coming over. He's drafting with that 6 car. White flag is out.
White flag is out, and Garbage is still in the lead. Moordog directly behind him, putting the pressure on. I guarantee Moordog is going to make a move. I mean, he has to. If he's going to do it, he's got to do it in the final turn here, guys. We're coming up on it, and I don't see an Element or Tom Tom anywhere. You guys, that brings out the yellow. That is it. I believe that is going to be, wow, that's Garbage as your leader. You hate to see it ending like that. You have second of Moordog. You have the 9 in third. That is String. That's going to be your top 3 here tonight.
Wow, what an exciting race for sure. Didn't expect quite to have String there in third. You know, you saw your fast cars of the day, and Tom Tom and Moordog and Garbage, but String able to get him a good points day.
Just
Absolutely.
An excellent strategy call at the end to get him up there.
A pretty crazy race. Such a huge run for these guys. I hate to see it end under caution, but they did a really great job out here tonight. So let's get these guys in the booth. For some reason, I can't move my controller. There we go. All right, so we got Garbage. Let's go get us a Moordog and String. So Garbage, since he won it, we have one guy that got it right, but man, a huge turn of events for these guys. Where's Moordog?
Well, I'm glad one of us got our picks right.
I mean, I picked half the field, and I think I still managed to get it wrong.
I don't even think I actually picked one. I got away with not picking.
Is that the only guy you did pick?
Oh my gosh.
I think Garbage is one of the drivers I had mentioned. Maybe. I'm saying he is right now.
All right, where's Garbage? There he is. All right, Garbage, congratulations on the win tonight. We're going to do something a little different tonight. We're going to have Michael Leavine. He's here with us in the booth. He's going to go ahead and give you your winning interview tonight.
That's cool.
Hi, Garbage. Congratulations on the win, man. A Pro League guy. I think I actually got to chat with you a little bit there in Charlotte at the finale race. But great race tonight. Just kind of walk us through a little bit of, how your race went.
It was crazy, to say the least. But this Oscar Mayer Ford was running a rail tonight. That's for sure. We knew we had the car to beat, so we just kind of played it cool, made it to the end, and finished.
Man, that was an awesome finish. Now, when you took 4 tires there at the end and you started right around 6th place, were you nervous at all seeing those guys with 2 or 0 tires in front of you? Obviously, that's a little nerve-wracking having guys on slower tires and obviously leading to a wreck. You did a great job getting through that. But were you nervous at all about that?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Anytime you get people out front on older tires, you can expect a lot of checking up and a lot of patience to be had there. So, yeah, but you know, once we pitted, we had the fresh tires, so I knew once we could get that lucky break, we could make it through and get away.
And once again, congratulations on an awesome race, man. That was fun. I had you picked right from the beginning.
Thank you, buddy. It's
He
awesome.
did.
I appreciate all you guys are doing tonight too. It's super cool. Super cool
Hey,
to pull
yeah,
one
thank
off for
you.
you guys tonight. Thank you.
All right, we have in second Mordog. Red, are you up to give an interview for second place?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, you go for it.
All right, more dog. So we're here with you after your second place finish there. Saw you started the race off a little shaky there. Didn't have quite the qualifying run you wanted, but you got yourself up through the field. Talk us through your strategy there to get yourself up into position.
Really, from the beginning, it was follow the leader. You kind of had to work the draft pretty well and pick your spots when you wanted to make a run. So pretty much just staying patient, to say the least. The first stage is 39 laps, so you know it's exactly cuts off for one pit stop, and that's pretty much what I try to do the whole time. Just stay in line, relax, save the tires, just take care of the car. You know, don't get any damage. And I got up to fourth at the end of that stage, and then from then on, you know, it's pretty much cake. You're up at the front, you kind of just battling out with the guys, and you know, guys like Garbage. I know String was up there a lot, Tom was up there a lot. Like it's, you know, we were just back and forth in the whole race. I mean, it was hard racing. In a track like this, if you scrape the bottom at all or like hit the apron, like it just shoots your car up the track. So it takes a lot of finesse and skill to do what we were able to do tonight, for sure.
So we saw you had to come through the field a couple of times. You made a strategy there to go get tires and then drive back through the field late in that second stage, I believe is what it was.
Second and the last stage, actually. The second stage, I did the same exact thing as I did on the last stage. The second stage, I did that, and as you guys saw, I was probably an inch from winning that stage. That was pretty crazy. And, you know, at the end of the race, Garbage did the same thing I did. We took tires with about 5 to go, and we were like, hey man, we got fast enough cars. We can get to the front, and I kind of just followed Garbage through. And when the caution came out, I was passing the guy for second, and the caution came out. I ended up restarting third, and ended up being behind Garbage, and that's kind of what you saw. I was gonna make a last ditch effort on the last turn on him, but I wasn't gonna take him out or really bump him out of the way. So I don't know what I could have done at the end there.
Well, all right. Congratulations on your second place finish. And way to drive through the field and get a good point today out of it.
Yep, thank you very much. Shout out Hendrick Gaming Club and Napa Auto Parts. Thank you guys.
Yes,
Great
sir.
job,
That's
Mordog.
Mordog right there, folks.
That's Mordog. He is the points leader currently, and that's just going to help him out even more. So great job to you. String, he brings home a podium finish, first one, I do believe, of the season. So Dano, you want to give him his podium interview here? Do we have Dano here?
Mic check.
Hang on, I think you might not have mic.
Sorry about that.
All right, that's another $1. Dollar sign.
What's up,
J-Mac,
man?
how did it
Third
look
place
from the
tonight.
Looks good.
Yes, sir. Third place.
Stringer, you there?
Yep, I got you.
Hey, came up a little bit short tonight. What didn't go your way that kept you out getting in victory lane?
I think that last caution that come out. When we all took tires, the guys who was running up front, we all took tires, started in the back. I wasn't expecting anybody to not pit there. So I think started like P11 on that second to last restart. And coming out of 4, then it just bottled up. Some guys on old tires. And I think that was the difference. I had a huge run on the Element who was leading at the time, and I would have at least got to his door, but yeah, that's about it. Had a good car, man. Run well with Garbage. Mordog, you know, rubbing elbows with them pro league guys. It's fun.
Yeah, it was a blast, dude.
Absolutely.
I had a lot of fun.
Absolutely, man. Well, you'll put on a heck of a show. We appreciate you guys having us tonight. That blew me away. You guys did an awesome job.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for allowing AKA to help raise awareness for a great cause that y'all are behind.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, man. Thank you.
And I had to bring Pro Boss in. Pro Boss, I have to give a huge thank you to you for setting this all up, bringing these guys out. We did get several donations. Guys, it's not over yet. You can still donate now if you would like, or, you know, tomorrow or the next day. You have until the end of the year. But Pro Boss, a huge shout out to you for setting this up with Michael Leavine and Dano and Red. It's such a great cause, and a huge thank you for that.
Oh, my pleasure. I mean, absolutely, it was all them. I had a terrible evening with my car. I missed it right off the rip, and I was in the back all night. Whatever. I was so worried about putting on a good show for these guys. The last thing I wanted them to come in and watch a caution fest. So really, overall, it's been a great evening for the league, and I really appreciate Michael coming in and bringing Dano and Red, and just making this kind of a first for the NASCAR Heat community, having you guys here and involved, and just an amazing thing. And I really appreciate the way everything went tonight. Great.
Yeah, it was so much fun having Michael and Red and Dano in the booth. Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight and hanging out with us and calling some of the race. It was a lot of fun with you guys.
Well, we very much enjoyed you having us on. I know I speak to these guys and say we had a blast, and we appreciate y'all, you know, essentially kind of giving us a race and talk about Extra Life. Like I said, it's a charity that means a lot to all three of us and my wife, and so being able to get it out there and just get more people on board and aware of it means a lot. So hopefully we can keep working with the NASCAR Heat community and keep raising some money and just keep helping kids.
Absolutely. It's for the kids, and it's for such a great cause. You guys heard it here tonight. It is not over. Be sure to visit ExtraLife. You can do it. I'll put out the link. Once again, you can just click on the link here and donate if you would like. Any little bit helps. Any and everything helps. So we have great incentives. I'll go ahead and bring that up. If you donate a minimum of $10, you get a 2019 roundabout ornament. If you donate a minimum of $100, you get a 2019 roundabout cup. The ornament is hand done by these guys, so absolutely amazing. But I hope you can donate. Any little bit helps. But it was so great to have you guys in the booth tonight. Thank you for taking the time out of your night to be here. It's very much appreciated.
Thank you very much for allowing us to come in here. And remember, to all the people out there, the incentives are there. That doesn't mean that's the minimum you can donate. It's not a minimum of $10 that you have to donate to our charity. It's just a minimum for the incentives. Every dollar helps. If you can only donate $1 or $2, every dollar goes towards these kids and helps them and tries to get them to be able to live a normal life. So don't feel like that you have to put in $100 or $10. If all you have is 1 or 2 and that's all you can afford, hey, it's going to mean just as much as the person that donated the 100. So every little bit helps, and we just thank everybody who's donated so far. And, you know, we continue and are going to keep trying to get to our $5,000 goal.
So true. Thank you so much, guys. The race here at Chicago was intense. They did a great job out here. And next week, where are you guys headed at, boss?
We're going to be at Talladega next week.
Talladega.
And it doesn't get any easier for Christmas.
Oh, thank
yeah,
God.
that's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
it's going to be
This
Oh my
track
gosh.
is stressful for me, man. This track is really stressful.
All right. Well, you guys heard it here. We'll be here same time, same night. Next Sunday at 8:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going super speedway racing at Dega. And I'm going to extend an invitation to you guys if you ever want back in here just for fun or to do another one of these. Please let us know. We're more than happy to help and have a lot of fun in the process.
Pull out your Talladega
Hey, we will,
car. Come on.
Yeah, we will definitely take y'all up on that. We had a lot of fun tonight. So yeah, we will we'll join y'all again sometime for sure.
Sounds good.
Very cool.
All right. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, guys. It was a lot of fun. You heard it here. And be sure to tune in for Roundabout Pro on their Twitch channel. They do a lot of gaming, and as you know, they do Extra Life events here. So be sure to tune in and give them a follow. They're a lot of fun. Great guys. So we are over and out for tonight. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the donations, the follows. You guys are really amazing and really the reason why we do all this stuff. So thank you so much, guys. All right, it is over. Thank you so much. That was so much fun.